podcasting to millions from webmasterradio.fm's world headquarters.
webmasterradio.fm proudly presents the longest running program on affiliate marketing, celebrating over 500 episodes. Welcome to the Affiliate Buzz 500. Our hosts, James and Arlene Martell, are here to inspire, inform, and rev up your motor with expert insight, interviews, and information that will rev up your bottom line. Accelerate your affiliate marketing efforts every week on Affiliate Buzz, now holding at pole position, going pedal to the metal. Behind the wheel of his 1965 Shelby Cobra, here's James and Arlene.
Yes, this is James Martell here, and welcome to edition number 501 of the Affiliate Buzz, where we have found owning a profitable lifestyle-based business is the fastest way for you to obtain the freedom and lifestyle you've been dreaming about. If you're an entrepreneur striving to earn from anywhere income so you can spend more time traveling, more time enjoying your family, and more time doing all of the things that matter to you the most, you're in exactly the right place. It is for these reasons each week we focus on discussions. It is for these reasons each week we focus our discussions on developing lifestyle businesses, earning income from anywhere, and tips, tools, and strategies for doing so. Arlene happens to be away today. However, not to worry. I am joined by Erik Harbison, Chief Marketing Officer at AWeber, and today we're going to talk about how to drive affiliate sales with email marketing. If you're wondering where email should fit on your priority to-do list, it's been said that a whopping 70% of people who visit your website will never return again unless you get them on your list. And if we're looking at opportunity lost, I think if you let that settle in for a moment, it's definitely a great reason to listen up today. I know all of us can always be improving our email marketing strategies, building out our audiences, and all things related. Now, before Erik joins us on that topic, if you happen to be on our website, in iTunes, or on our YouTube channel, I'd like to invite you to take a few seconds to click the subscribe button to receive weekly episodes of the Affiliate Buzz. It'll take you just a second, so you may want to go ahead and do that now. Now, Erik Harbison is the Chief Marketing Officer at AWeber.com, where he drives AWeber's overall marketing operations, vision, and strategy, and oversees core growth disciplines, including business development, social media, PR, brand, and content marketing. Erik has more than 20 years of experience in marketing and advertising, and that includes starting and selling a boutique agency, growing award-winning marketing teams, and launching performance-based marketing campaigns. Erik has contributed as an expert panelist, moderator, and speaker at various marketing and advertising events, and is a regular contributor to Huffington Post, Entrepreneur.com, Media Post, and AllBusiness.com. Erik, welcome to the Affiliate Buzz.
James, thanks for having me. Glad to be here.
Hey, it's great to have you on board. And I thought, before we dig into this whole world of email marketing, I had a little peek and I noticed that you are the creator and lead instructor for the #1 nationally ranked online certification course in digital marketing for the University of Vermont. Tell us a little bit about that before we dig in.
Sure. I think, teaching's been in my blood. My father was a teacher, so it's something I always wanted to do in leveraging my experience in marketing, partnered with the folks at University of Vermont, and helped to build a curriculum that helped to educate not just recent graduates, but adult learners and those looking for continuing education, and build a curriculum focused on the fundamental digital marketing channels, of which we dive deep into all the channels required for a business or marketer or startup to really be aware of before they even start, chipping away at running any marketing programs. So been doing that for about, it's been about 5 years now. And it's really just it's a passion of mine. It's just great to connect with folks and help them understand and Not just understand the channels, but understand how the channels work together. And I think that's the biggest takeaway most students get from that course.
Yeah, that's very good. I'm going to definitely have to take a little peek over there. Let's jump into email marketing. You and I had a little chat before the call about debunking myths and deliverability and GDPR and segmenting, all the various things that we can dive into with regards to building out an audience here. If you could though, start off and as I said in the intro there, the priority to-do list. Where would you find that most companies or affiliates, business owners, have their affiliate marketing strategy placed, and where do you feel it should be as far as a priority?
For affiliate marketing or email marketing?
For affiliate marketing.
Affiliate marketing, yeah. It's interesting because it seems to be, at least in the spaces that I've worked in, I've worked with both, big brand retailers, but also, solopreneurs or online digital marketers. And it usually falls somewhere in the top 5 things that they consider, because oftentimes the brands or the businesses are looking to focus on more, I think, more popular channels, whether that's email or that's paid search or that's Facebook. And then it's when they realize the power of affiliate marketing, that's when, again, usually 4th, 5th down the list, where they realize that they've built an audience, and now it's time to educate that audience. And if you're a brand, it's time to turn that audience into your experts of your product or service. But if you're an affiliate, it's time for you to start understanding how to learn more and how to build a relationship with that merchant or that brand. So unfortunately, I haven't seen it to be the priority, but I have seen it become a priority after they realize the strength of relationships that can be built through an affiliate program.
Longtime listeners know that I'm somebody that started my list in 2004, which sounds pretty good, except I started in the business full-time in 1999. So I didn't even build a single email subscriber for 5 years. And honestly, I kick myself even to this day because of opportunity loss. And just first of all, not understanding back then, just too busy doing everything else and not really focusing in on, okay, hey, I need to build an audience. And thank goodness I did, because of the ups and downs of search and everything that's happened over the last, near 20 years in the business. There's been a few times where we've had to survive on our email list as we're rebuilding Google rankings or whatever we happen to be doing. So to us, it's been that important. And I know that a lot of entrepreneurs, as you say, they're focused on other things and they're busy. But when it comes to, getting started with this, it doesn't really have to be that difficult, does it?
It does not. And, we've been working with a lot of our customers here at AWeber, a lot of online entrepreneurs, small businesses. And really there's inside of AWeber or probably any ESP that you're using, email service provider you're using, all you need is a link to have a form that can start capturing information, whether that's name and email or just email, and just creating some series of value that customers or that potential customers can get. We actually had somebody here sit and do it inside of 10 minutes. So I think people think it's a very complex thing. There's a lot of moving parts, and it requires some coding, things like that. And the reality is, within 10 minutes, you can have a form or landing page created. You can spend some time even just having a very basic tell me more about yourself email or something that gets engagement from those that sign up. And that's just a way to get started with, people starting to know who you are before you start building other things that are going to build trust.
Mm-hmm. There's some myths out there, and you used the word debunking the myths. What would be some of the myths around email marketing?
It's okay to buy a list. Okay. That's always been a good conversation. Now that may largely happen with B2B environments and B2B brands, business to business, but I don't really believe at this point in time, given all the abilities that are at anyone's disposal, that there's a need to buy a list. And oftentimes it's done to kind of cut, the factor of time, but it's kind of a short-sighted view in that, your value is going to be, email's a long-term play, and you start building that long-term play by organically growing your list by providing value. So, buying a list just to kind of get a list of names, and I still see emails and forums that I'm part of where people are trying to negotiate and find the best vendor to buy lists. And it's something that really is a, unfortunately it's still happening, but hopefully not for long, or those that do it will probably find themselves not having much success.
Yeah. Interesting. You say it's okay to buy a list. That would be actually, when you said that, I'm like, interesting. I never really actually thought that was okay.
Oh, it's never okay. I think it's people think it's okay, and that's the myth, is that people think it's okay.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where as long as email's been around, and you're talking about being involved in this in the late 90s before canned spam laws were in place. I mean, it was the Wild West, but things have definitely changed, I think, for the better, so that inboxes are more relevant over time.
Now I'm here with Erik Harbison, Chief Marketing Officer at AWeber, and after a real quick break, I'll be asking Erik to talk a little bit about deliverability, the good old Gmail spam filter, and personalization. Should we collect the first name or not? We'll do that and more right after the break.
More Affiliate Buzz coming up after we hear from our sponsors.
The Web Marketing Association is now accepting entries for the 2018 International Web Award Competition. Web Marketing Award winners receive an image plaque, certificate of achievement, higher visibility for your company, valuable feedback from our expert judges, and links to your site from the highly ranked Web Award site. Visit www.webaward.org to nominate your company, site, or organization. Deadline for entries is May 31st, 2018. Go to www.webaward.org and sign up today.
Looking for a better way to get more traffic and interaction to your Facebook page? Imagine Facebook interactivity on your page like you've never seen. Introducing your new Facebook marketing fix, ZoSocial, the new and revolutionary way to easily manage and automate your Facebook contests and sweepstakes. Create a fun, easy-to-win contest by writing a simple Facebook post. Watch your post go more viral and generate loads of interaction. Track your traffic and generate email lists with ease. ZoSocial is mobile-friendly and complies with Facebook Terms of Service. Let ZoSocial give your Facebook page some flash today. Zoom over to ZoSocial.com.
Are you looking for the best in WordPress speed, security, and scalability? WP Engine is a digital experience platform for WordPress, powering digital experiences for large brands around the world. With easy-to-use site management tools and powerful do-it-your-way development features, WP Engine gives you the flexibility to build it your way. Improve your SEO and conversion rates with a faster site on WP Engine. Learn more on WPEngine.com.
Webmasterradio.fm, the addiction that's good for you.
Time now to hear some more Affiliate Buzz on Webmasterradio.fm. Here's James and Arlene.
Arlene is away today, however, I'm here with Erik Harbison, Chief Marketing Officer at AWeber, and we're talking about how to drive affiliate sales with email marketing. Let's talk about deliverability. And of course, there's no point in us sending out emails if they're not getting them. So what advice can you offer to us to make sure that we are getting delivered at least as best as we can?
Yeah, that's a great point, James, in that you want to make sure that you're taking steps to make sure your emails get to the inbox. That's why we enjoy and see the value of email. But the way I think about deliverability is, we've realized that deliverability has four main parts or four main influences as it relates to getting to the inbox. Talk about debunking myths. A lot of marketers feel like the blame when their email ends up in the spam folder it's Gmail's fault, or it's someone else's fault other than themselves as the marketer. So, of the four things that influence deliverability, the first is the marketer themselves. If the marketer is not taking steps to set very clear expectations, then they are in a path for frustration of having their emails not get delivered in the way they want. So the marketer actually can control how they're setting the expectation of when someone gives you their name and email, or just their email. What are you setting? What are you telling them that you're going to be sending them? We've seen these sign up forms that are just saying, sign up for my newsletter or get information. And while that may be true, can you do a better job of setting an expectation to that marketer, or to that subscriber? So you want to make sure that those expectations are as clear as possible as the marketer. The second thing that's going to impact deliverability is the email service provider, and that's going to be your AWeber, your MailChimp, your Constant Contact, whomever that you choose. And you want to make sure that you're making the right choice with the right provider that understands the importance of deliverability, understands the importance, and they care about who's signing up for their business or their platform. Because if you're a customer of that ESP, you want to make sure you understand how they treat spam, how they treat poor senders, how to make sure that you're not being impacted by somebody who's not following best practices. The third impact is going to be the internet service provider. So that's Gmail, that's Outlook, that's Yahoo, etc. And in a way, this is kind of like SEO, where there's this black box where we're not really sure what and how to gain number one rankings, but we know there are some best practices that you can follow. So the ISPs always have these, what they call good signals and bad signals when it comes to what's happening from you, the marketer, to what the recipient is doing. So the ISP does play a role to kind of take a look to say, are you not sending emails regularly? Do you try to send an email to a list of 550 to 50,000, whatever the number is, once every 6 months? That's probably a bad signal for the ISP that says, this is too infrequent for me to really allow these emails to get through. And that's just an example of what a bad signal could be. And then the fourth piece is going to be the subscriber themselves. So the subscriber, how do they react on the other end? How do they react when they first get the email and it's in the promotions tab? Are you conditioning them and asking them to whitelist your email, add it to a contact or drag it into that primary inbox? So the subscriber is somebody who kind of has a mind of their own, but it's always fed by what expectations are you setting and how are you conditioning them to respond to your emails. So that's kind of a high level of the four things that are going to really drive the ability to get in the inbox. And if you're a marketer and you're sending your emails and it's consistently getting into the spam folder, spam folder or the promotions tab, ask yourself, what are you doing to control or to influence those four pieces that we just talked about?
Very interesting. How about, and the timing on this is perfect, actually, this whole area that we're hearing constantly in the news right now and in our inboxes about GDPR.
Yes.
What's the scoop? What do we need to know? Help us.
So, yes, what I will say is we have a great blog post, and we can put it, I can share it with your audience, but there's a great blog post we have at blog.aweber.com. It's 6 myths about GDPR, which stands for the General Data Protection Regulation. And its intent is meant to manage European or businesses within Europe in terms of how they're collecting data and how they are treating that data in terms of allowing those that sign up for messages from brands, allowing those subscribers to have more control over understanding and asking these marketers or brands, what are you doing with my information? And if I don't want to be part of your sending or part of your list, I need to know that I have control to get out and kind of unsubscribe completely. So that's kind of a high level of how it's meant to regulate more of what's happening inside of Europe. However, I think any brand that's marketing anywhere, any brand using email could be global, but it's really just about being smart on knowing who's on your list, where they come from, and if somebody says, stop sending me emails, do you have the right steps in place to do that? So while it feels like this kind of grandiose issue that's happening, I think the reality of what it is kind of it's a nice PR campaign on are you prepared to really manage your email list or email audience in a way that is keeping the subscriber first. So all the tricks and all the tricks and techniques of getting people to sign up and opt in or not opt out, if you will, I think those that are doing that with malicious intent will be the ones to be identified.
So is it safe to say for those of us who are using services like AWeber, where we've got the automated opt-out on the bottom of every email, are we good?
Yes, any AWeber customer is good. it's amazing how many companies are coming forth and saying we are GDPR compliant, and the reality is, while there may be certain things to kind of recognize as a email platform like us, which we have, the reality is we're continuing to be smart about how we allow you to collect names and how we allow our customers to send emails. So anyone who's a neighborhood customer, we are good.
Wonderful. Check it off my to-do list. Done.
Yes, exactly.
So, hey, before we go to the break, just take a moment, if you would, and talk about the importance of personalization. I know I get the question all the time and I actually think about this myself every time I set up a new form, is do I want to collect the first name and the email address? Is it a myth, or what's the reality of, do we get better conversion? I know this is one of these crazy questions. It's probably impossible to answer, and as I say it out loud. But should we collect the first name or just the email address? And of course, there's so much more we could collect as well. But what's your thoughts?
Sure. So before anyone, if you're setting up your form and you're deciding, should I have name and email or just email? The next question you ask yourself is, what content am I sending them? Meaning, is it something that needs to be personalized? And if the answer is unequivocally, oh, absolutely, because I can connect more directly with somebody by using their name, then capture their name. Don't capture the name if you don't plan to use it. A lot of times we tell businesses, start by just capturing the best email. Ask for the best email or the work email or the email that you use most, and then start building the relationship. And then over time, start asking for more information. So for anyone who's unsure, I'd say, well, don't miss the opportunity to collect an email address, set the right expectations, and then use that to start building trust. And you're right, the personalization is important, but it's even more important when the subscriber who just joined your list has a greater sense of trust with your brand. Then as you ask for the name, they're probably more likely to give it, as you've been providing value since day one.
Now I'm here with Erik Harbison, Chief Marketing Officer at AWeber.com, and after our last break, I'll ask Erik about best practices when it comes to email marketing, importance of subject lines, and welcome emails. We'll do that and more right after the break.
More Affiliate Buzz coming up after we hear from our sponsors.
Looking for a better way to get more traffic and interaction to your Facebook page? Imagine Facebook interactivity on your page like you've never seen. Introducing your new Facebook marketing fix, Social, the new and revolutionary way to easily manage and automate your Facebook contests and sweepstakes. Create a fun, easy-to-win contest by writing a simple Facebook post. Watch your post go more viral and generate loads of interaction. Track your traffic and generate email lists with ease. Social is mobile-friendly and complies with Facebook terms of service. Let Social give your Facebook page some flash today. Zoom over to zosocial.com.
All of your favorite WebmasterRadio.fm programs on air and on demand 24/7. Find our shows on iHeartRadio, iTunes, Stitcher, and anywhere you download your podcasts. Add some podcasts to your playlist as part of a better profit margin. More refreshing talk radio on air and on demand 24/7. Only on WebmasterRadio.fm. We're everywhere.
There are those who dedicate themselves to a sense of honor, to a life of courage, and a commitment to something greater than themselves. They have always defended this nation and each other. They still do. The few, the proud, the Marines.
WebmasterRadio.fm. We're everywhere.
Time now to hear some more Affiliate Buzz on WebmasterRadio.fm. Here's James and Arlene.
Arlene is away today. However, I'm here with Erik Harbison, CMO at AWeber, and today we're talking about how to drive affiliate sales with affiliate marketing. Now, Erik, let's talk about, if you could, what are some of the best practices?
Best practices, I mean, if you're an affiliate marketer, again, if you decide to use email, that's a step in the right direction. You know, best practices, it's all about, like you had mentioned earlier, it's all about how do you get to the inbox, but also how do you get the engagement. And one of the most important things for that is the subject line. And when you think about the subject line, a lot of people kind of get stuck and they're not sure what to put in there. And the one thing I encourage everyone to do is just condition yourself to have a test plan. And, if you're torn between 3 ideas, use all 3 of them. And, the ability to really learn what reacts most with the audience, I mean, that's the beauty of email, is that you'll know that almost immediately after hitting send, what is working. Depending on your brand and kind of what you're trying to establish, what I've seen a lot of, and you may have seen this in your inbox, is a lot of brands are asking questions. And when you're asking questions in your subject line, you're building curiosity. And then that curiosity obviously leads to someone wanting to learn more and open. I'd say coupled with subject lines is what is known as pre-header text. And when you look at your email inbox, you see the subject line, then you see right to the right of it, you see this, what is going to be probably 4 or 5 word line of copy. And that's the pre-header text that is almost like the teaser to what is referencing the subject line, but also referencing what's in the body of the email. So the best brands are making a combination between the subject line, the pre-header text, and that's going to be used to generate as much interest and curiosity for someone to want to open that email.
Just a little shout out too for one of the posts on the AWeber site that I visit frequently. It's called 51 Open-Worthy Subject Line Ideas. And of course, we're always needing to come up with that great subject line. And I find that just an invaluable resource. And I'll put a link to that in the show notes for listeners, because if you ever struggled with writing a subject line, this should solve it pretty much instantly, because there's just so many great ideas there. Would you also take some time now as we wrap up? We've got a couple minutes left. Tell us about AWeber, and let's talk about your affiliate program as well. I know I've been an affiliate for, I can't even remember how long. It's well over a decade, probably closer to 15 years, and we've got a check from you every month since we started. And I got to thank you for that. But
thank you.
But affiliates are always looking for great affiliate programs, and you guys happen to pay a recurring revenue for the lifetime value of the customer, which is amazing. So talk about your affiliate program, if you would.
Yeah, the affiliate program we've had for over 15 years, and the model is pretty simple. We'll pay you 30% recurring commissions for the lifetime of the account that you refer. And what that does is that incents whoever's referring customers. We want to make sure that they're as educated as possible on AWeber, but we also want to make sure that they can provide the best onboarding experience for their audience, because it behooves us to make sure that referrer is as well taken care of as possible to get onboarded quickly and to get access to all the education they need, so that they can become successful, and you as an affiliate can be rewarded for those commissions, 30% for the lifetime of that account.
Now, also, I notice your blog has just a wealth of information as well, and I probably don't visit it as often as I should have. But I also notice you have some other resources, like how to write in your emails. Or I guess I probably spelled that right. Basically, it's a course on how to write your emails, and I know some struggle with that as well. And I'd like to actually put a link to that as well in the show notes for listeners who are maybe struggling on how do I go about writing an email, and how do I, basically, which is of course is an important thing. We're down to about 30 seconds. Would you mind sharing some final thoughts and some advice for those getting started?
Yeah, anyone getting started with email, I think, first tell yourself that, it's not as difficult or challenging as you think to get started. And, leveraging some education and really writing maybe 3 or 4 emails, you can have a source by which to start collecting emails within 10 minutes. So don't be overwhelmed. Look for education as a guide. Set aside what I like to tell people, 30 minutes to an hour every week towards your email campaign. If you can do more, great. But you'll start recognizing reward from that inside of a month. And I think anybody can do that. It's just a matter of be committed to put aside that little bit of time per week. And within a month, you'll start to see some impact for your efforts.
And of course, listeners can learn more at AWeber.com. And I notice affiliates can go to AWeber.com/affiliates.htm. Any other contact information that we need to share?
If anybody wants to contact me to learn more or to learn more about educational resources we have, you can email me directly at erikh, that's ERIKH, at AWeber.com.
Wonderful. Erik, thank you so much for joining us today.
James, thanks for having me. It was a pleasure.
Now, I can see we're out of time. Do keep in mind that we do keep all the show notes for you, including links to everything we discussed at jamesmartell.com/AB501. And I'm also going to add a couple additional links in there to the AWeber site. There's a couple of blog posts I think everybody should have a peek at. One of them is You're Probably Not Sending This Important Email, and it's a great piece. And then the second one is a blog post entitled We Added 2 New Emails to Our Blog Series and Increased Clicks by 630%. That's a very interesting read. I'd encourage you to take a peek at that. And again, we have those on the show notes at jamesmartell.com/AB501. Now, if you're considering building a lifestyle business so you can spend more time traveling, more time enjoying your family, and more time doing all of the things that matter to you most, I'm always available for a free discovery call at jamesmartell.com/discovery. And a final reminder that if you'd like to be alerted to new episodes each week, I appropriately, I think, ask you to subscribe to the Affiliate Buzz by sending a blank email to affiliate_buzz at, interestingly enough, AWeber.com, or by clicking subscribe, the subscribe button on our website, in iTunes, or on our YouTube channel, or all of the above. Erik, thanks again, and to our listeners, thanks for listening to another edition of the Affiliate Buzz.
The opinions expressed on this program are those of the guests and hosts and do not necessarily reflect those of WebmasterRadio.fm's management or sponsors. Any rebroadcast or redistribution without authorized consent of WebmasterRadio.fm is prohibited.
Do you look at the task of ranking your site at the top of the search engines like you would climbing the top of Mount Everest? It doesn't have to be. TopSEOs.com knows how hard that climb can be, and they can make top ranking a reality. Top SEOs sends you to only the right search vendors and agencies that they know will work for you. Since 2002, TopSEOs.com has reviewed and researched the best search engine marketing agencies and solutions providers. Don't risk the cost of falling off the proverbial peak of search rankings. Let Top SEOs give you peace of mind. Top